name is?
Michael Reinhardt.
How long have you been playing football?
1 season. My first season.
Who's your favorite team?
Professional?
Yeah.
The Carolina Panthers.
How do you feel about making it to the Super Bowl?
Pretty excited.
What do you have to do to help your team win?
Just not let anybody get a touchdown or pass me, since I'm the captain.
And what would you like to say to all your fans out there?
That I'm really happy, and I'll try to make it, and I'll try to beat the Super Bowl for them.
All right, thanks a lot, and good luck in the game.
Thanks.
The Rams storm into the Super Bowl as the favorite. Coach Aaron Riley's offense is anchored by one of the best offensive lines in the Texas League. If the Rams play their game, they will make this game a fairy tale of their own.
I'm real proud of this team. They never give up. They keep on trying even when they're down, and we're real proud to be in the Super Bowl. We're looking forward to a good game and a lot of fun.
The Vikings sail into the Super Bowl reminding most of a fairy tale. And that fairy tale is Cinderella. Despite a slow start, the Vikings and Coach Alan Greenberg have turned it around and wear that glass slipper into Super Bowl Saturday.
I mean, this has just been awesome. It's been the best experience. To see our team go from where we've been the very first part of the season to where we are now, it's just, I mean, it's just great. It's the best experience.
This one's for the big trophy. It's the 2001 Plano Sports Authority's Texas League Super Bowl. Next from Williams Stadium in Plano, Texas, the Rams and the Vikings fight for the right to call themselves champions.
And I go to Matthews. My name is Abby Mott, and I go to Matthews Elementary.
My name is Elise Gray, and I go to Thomas Elementary.
My name is Danielle Darlow, and I go to Matthews Elementary.
My name is Emily, and I go to Matthews Elementary School.
My name's Audrey, and I go to Matthews Elementary.
My name's Mackenzie, and I go to Matthews Elementary.
Now for the players.
My name is Skylar Purcell, and I go to Razor Elementary. Connor Mastey, and I go to Indian Creek Elementary.
My name is Michael Reinhardt, and I go to Aldridge Elementary.
My name is Malcolm Carthage, and I go to Lister Elementary.
My name is Danny Kempsey, and I go to Mitchell Elementary. My name is Brock, and I go to Stinson Elementary. My name is Jacob Wilson. I go to Shepherd Elementary.
My name is Lorenzo Thibodeau, and I go to Memorial Elementary School.
My name is Trevor Greenberg, and I go to Indian Creek Elementary. My name is Evan Nichols, and I go to Razor Elementary.
My name is
Andres Thibodeau, and I go to Memorial Elementary.
My name is Austin Timms, and I go to White Elementary. My name is Christopher Morris, and I go to Miller Elementary. My name is Joe, and I go to Memorial Elementary.
My name is Danny Cantu, assistant head coach.
Richard Bennett, assistant coach.
David Massey, assistant coach.
My name is Alan Greenberg, and I'm head coach and proud of these Vikings.
Vikings head coach Alan Greenberg knows what his team has to do to win this game today.
Our team just has to play as well as they're capable of playing. We've played the Rams before, and we came very close to beating them before. We can do it. They just have to have confidence in themselves, play as well as they can play, and come ready to play the game.
Adriana to Skaggs. My name is Chelsea Levy. I go to Miller Elementary. My name's Laura LeBlanc, and I go to Christie Elementary. My name is Katie Smith, and I go to Dooley Elementary. My name is Kimberly Kaiser, and I go to Miller Elementary.
My name's Benjamin Lowers, and I go to Bethany Elementary.
My name's John Tyser, and I go to Miller Elementary. My name's Andre Cirilla, and I go to Skaggs Elementary. My name is Dalton, and I go to Meadows Elementary. My name is Zachary Lowers. I go to Bethany Elementary. My name is Taylor May, and I go to Houston Elementary. My name is Christopher Stanislaus, and I go to Sagling Elementary. My name is Dylan Richmond, and I go to Dooley Elementary. My name is Brandon Young, and I go to Miller Elementary. My name's Jordan Grimm, and I go to Sigler Elementary. Hi, my name's Zachary here, and I go to Miller Elementary. My name is Brandon Riley, and I go to Skaggs Elementary. My name's Kyle Levy, and I go to Miller Elementary. Hi, my name is Sajid Juma, and I go to Bays Elementary. My name is Spencer Newell, and I go to Miller Elementary. My name's Dimitri Rose, and I'm homeschooled.
Andrea Cesaria, assistant coach.
Bill Tyser, assistant coach.
Rex Lynch, assistant coach.
Aaron Riley, head coach for the Rams.
Rams head coach Aaron Riley also knows what his squad needs to do to take home the Super Bowl trophy.
I think we're going to have some good blocking, and we're going to have some hard running. Our defense is fantastic. They keep playing like they have been. They're going to do good. But we need to win this game with some good blocking.
Good luck, guys.
Pretty good for the whole season. Are you talking? You are? Switch places. And you're talking, right? If you're home, you're visitors, you're going to get the call. All right? That's heads. That's tails. Flip it in the air. You're going to call it in the air. You're going to listen to what he says because I'm going to ask you what he said, all right? If I drop it, we'll do it all over again. You ready?
Hey.
That was close. What do you say? Heads it is. You've won the toss. Do you want to kick, receive, or defer? You want to defer to the second half, okay? Gentlemen, you have the option. Do you want to kick or do you want to receive? Okay. Which end of the field do you want to defend? You want to put your backs that way. Rams, come over here.
Right over here.
Face just like me.
Go right here. Come here. Now line up.
Vikings have won the toss, will defer, and will kick. All right, gentlemen, here we go. Let's have a good game, all right? All right, guys, let's go.
It's going to be another wild one at Williams. It's the Rams and the Vikings next. It's the Texas League Super Bowl on Super Bowl Saturday for Plano Sports Authority. I'm Kerry Lowry here with Barry Luther, and we're going to bring you the action here in this first game of 6 games today for the Plano Sports Authority. There's the kick, bouncing around near the 30-yard line and picked up there and knocked down immediately at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will start. The Vikings the Rams will start there. The Vikings won the toss, and they elected to defer their decision to the second half. Barry, we have different rules at this league, at this level, than we do at other levels that we'll see today. Shorter field?
That's right, Kerry. What we do is in this league, we play in an 80-yard field. Instead of a 10-yard traditional first down, it's an 8-yard first down. All the penalties are also prorated back accordingly.
The Rams line up at their own 29-yard line. I know on your screen it shows it's the 40, but it's actually the 29 as the field markers are a little off in this case. Here's a handoff up the middle, breaking free. He's got a gain now, dragging tacklers, and finally drugged down just after he gets a first down. Nice run there by Benjamin Loris.
Looks like Michael Reinhardt was made the tackle on that play. Boy, that running back sure carried a long way on that.
He did. He broke through the middle. He was untouched for a couple yards, and then he managed to drag tacklers all the way for a first down on the first play from scrimmage, and they are just short of midfield. Rams break the huddle. Come out, double wing back set. 2 running backs behind the quarterback. Brandon Young. And a little trouble on the snap. There's a handoff. Looks like Brandon going outside. He's going to turn the corner, and he's drugged down after no gain.
Same player made the tackle again, number 20, Michael Reinhardt. That's 2 in a row, isn't it?
He's all over the place.
Gary, it'd be interesting to see if the field conditions play any factor in today's game. It's kind of soggy. It was down in the field before the game. It's a little soggy out there.
Now, we do have a chance of rain today, about a 70% chance, but not really heavy rain expected. Could drizzle here and there throughout the day. It's about 65 degrees and mostly cloudy skies here in Plano, Texas. Kind of an I formation behind the quarterback. So we line up for 2nd down and 10. Here's a handoff. Nice blocking, and here comes up the middle, and he's got some speed and finally gets drugged down after a gain of about 9 for Benjamin Loris. That's 2 carries for him for about 19 yards.
Evan Nichols made the tackle on that. Again, the Rams have been pretty successful running right up the middle. Let's see if the Vikings can do something about stopping that.
In fact, they're getting fantastic blocking from that offensive line. Talked to the coach. He said Taylor May is a great guy to run behind on the Rams offensive line. It looks like they're doing a great job. Some really big holes up the middle. 3rd down and 2. The first 3rd down conversion attempt here for the Rams in the game. 5:54 to go in the first quarter of the Texas League Super Bowl. Here's the snap and a handoff up the middle, and this time he's drugged down for a gain of about 1.
Trevor Greenberg made the tackle on that play.
Trevor busts through and really drags down the ball carrier, and that will bring up a big 4th down. And that was a key play because that was the same ball carrier who had been doing so well, Benjamin Loris.
Already early in this game, it's a critical 4th down play here.
Actually, his game's Benjamin Lowers, I think. I think that's what. 4th down and 3. Maybe a long 2. 3, kind of a wishbone look for the Rams now as they line up. A big play. Here's a handoff straight up the middle to the up-back, and he's got a 1st down. It's Brandon Riley, the fullback, who drives for a 1st down.
Brock Bennett made the tackle on that. Unfortunately, it was about a yard past the 1st down marker, but it was a good tackle.
Now let's meet the offense of the Rams.
Hi, my name is Brandon Riley, number 25. I go to Skaggs Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I am 8. I go to Miller Elementary.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Lowers. I'm number 30 and I go to Bethany Elementary.
Hi, my name's Christopher Sadovsaz. I go to my number's 99 and I go to Saturday Elementary.
Hi, my name is Dalton. My number is 55 and I go to Meadows Elementary.
Hi, my name's Kyle. I'm number 13. I go to Miller Elementary.
Hi, my name's Dimitri Williams. My number is 21 and I'm homeschooled.
Hi, my name is Dylan Richard. I am from Julie Elementary and my number is 6.
Hi, I'm Zachary Lowers. My number is 4 and I go to Bethany Elementary.
Hi, my name is Terry May. My number is 95 and I go to Houston Elementary.
Hi, my name is Sajid. My number is 9. I go to Rays Elementary.
Hi, my name's Zachary Sear. My number is number 7 and I go to Miller Elementary.
Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm number 22 on the Rams, and I go to Miller Elementary.
2 1st downs on this drive by the Rams as they continue to go down the field. They are now at the Viking 30-yard line as the sun starts to shower over the field. There's a snap, handoff up the middle. He's got big room, and he's being drugged down from behind on the carry, John Tyser. No, that's not John Tyser. It's Dylan Richmond on the carry there.
Looks like Malcolm Carthridge made his 1st tackle today. Malcolm is a 3rd grader from Gullidge in Plano. His favorite football player is Deion Sanders, which I'm sure he's seen him out in the field quite a bit. One of the other teams in the league's son, Deion's son, played in the league, and I'm sure he had an opportunity to see him a few times this year.
1st down on that carry. We're down to the 20-yard line. It's 1st down and 10, or 1st down and 8 actually. There's a handoff around the right side. It is Benjamin Lowers, and he gets about 2 yards, bringing up a 2nd down and about 6.
Once again, Michael Reinhardt on the tackle. And Michael is from Aldridge. He's also a 3rd grader. His favorite football player is Emmitt Smith. And he quotes that the person who has most influenced his football career is his father.
I'm sure that's the case for a lot of these young men. Their fathers probably take a big part. You know, a lot of assistant coach fathers and the ones that aren't assistant coaches are probably at every practice anyway, cheering on their kids. Here we go, 2nd down and about 5 it looks like. There's a handoff up the middle, and knocked down is Lowers.
Taylor Ellis makes his 1st tackle of the day. He was playing on, looks like a nose guard, and slid across and made the tackle.
3:14 to go as the Rams continue to just eat up the clock here in the 1st quarter on this opening drive. This will be their 2nd 3rd down conversion. They're 0 for 1 on 3rd down. However, when they failed that 3rd down conversion, they did convert on 4th down to keep the drive alive. They come to the line. We are scoreless here in the 1st quarter of the Texas League Super Bowl. Turn and a handoff to Dimitri Rhodes, and he drives forward, and it is a first down. First down and 8 as the Rams continue to drive down the field.
Brock Bennett had a heck of a tackle there. Yeah, the Rams sure have taken a lot of time off the clock in this first quarter.
They are, and you know, the Vikings very, you know, while it looks like their defense is allowing the Rams to run down the field, they are not giving up the big play, and that might pay in the long run, because if they continue to force third downs, they might be able to get that ball back deep in their own territory. 2 running backs. Here's a handoff to Dylan Richmond. He busts it outside, and his feet are taken out from under him after a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Looks like Trevor Greenberg made his second tackle.
Now let's meet the Vikings defense.
My name is Connor Massey. I'm number 11, Indian Creek, and I go to Indian Creek Elementary.
Hi, my name is Lorenzo Thibodeau. My number is 66, and my school is Memorial Elementary.
My name is Christopher Morris. I'm number 97. I go to Miller Elementary.
My name is Austin, and I go to White Elementary, and I'm number 84. Sorry.
My name is Trevor, and my number is 75, and I go to Indian Creek Elementary.
My name is Brock. I go to 24, and I go to Stanford Elementary.
I'm Danny Cantu. My number is 22, and I go to Metro Elementary.
My name is Malcolm Carthage. My number is 21, and I go to Gullich Elementary.
My name is Taylor Ellis. My number is 8, and I go to White Elementary.
My name is Michael Reinhardt. I'm number 20, and I go to Aldridge Elementary.
My name is Evan Nichols, and I'm number 77, and I go to Razor Elementary.
Hi, my name is Skylar Purcell. My number is 1. I go to Razor Elementary.
Hi, my name is Andreas Thibodeau. My number is 81, and I go to Memorial Elementary.
Second down and a short 5. They can get a first down before they get to the end zone, as they are at the 7-yard line, or about the 6-yard line, actually. Here's a handoff right up the middle to Lowers, and he is spilled after about a 3-yard gain, down to about the 3-yard line.
Skylar Purcell makes his first tackle of the play. The nice thing about the Vikings defense is all their players seem to have made plays. It's just not one player, it's a full team effort.
Yeah, at the beginning we saw Reinhadt making a lot of plays, but since then, yeah, the rest of the team has really kicked in, and very, very good defense right here for the Vikings. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. 2 running backs. And here's a handoff coming around the right side. He's got some speed, but he's tackled from behind. A beautiful play at the 1-yard line, but that might be enough for a first down.
Looks like it is a first down, Gary.
Gotten their first down on the play.
Looks to be maybe a yard.
This is going to be really tough, Barry, to stop a team at the 1-yard line first down. Line up in the wishbone formation. There's a snap, handoff to the upback. He busts it into the end zone for a touchdown. Brandon Riley puts the Rams on the board with 28 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Kerry, in the Texas League, the coaches have 2 different options for extra points. If they decide to run the ball in, that is worth 1 point. If they decide to pass it in, it's worth 2 points. It'll be interesting to see what the Rams call here.
Current score 6-0. The Vikings have yet to even touch the ball. Two running backs behind the quarterback. Here's a handoff to Lowers, and he is drugged down by 2 tacklers, and he does not make it, and that is where we are, 6-0 here in the first quarter of the Texas League Super Bowl. 28 seconds to go. The Vikings will touch the ball for the first time when we come back. Rams ready to kick off from their own 30-yard line, as the Vikings will get a shot for the first time. And there's a nice kick up the middle. It bounces off of a knee, and diving on top of it is a Ram. And the Rams will get the ball. The Vikings will not get a chance yet.
Looks like Taylor May had the recovery.
Fantastic, powerful kick. Right up the middle of the field, bounces off the shin of one of the Vikings. Back to a hustling Ram, Taylor May. Is that what you said? Taylor May makes the play. That is a tremendous play by him, and he gets his team the ball at the Viking 37-yard line.
Boy, that's very tough for the Vikings. I mean, we're 26 seconds left in the first quarter. They don't have the ball yet, and now the Rams come right back up with the ball and try to run the score even higher.
Wishbone formation behind this all-familiar Rams offense now. And there's a handoff to the up-back, hand up the middle, and he is stopped after a gain of about 4 yards. That is Brandon Riley.
Trevor Greenberg was on the tackle again. I think that's probably his 3rd or 4th tackle already this game.
Well, he's been out there long enough. We come to the end of the first quarter as the clock ticks down. The Vikings have to be just a little bit frustrated, but hey, look, they're only down by 6 right now. End of the first quarter in the Texas League Super Bowl. It's the Rams 6, the Vikings 0. Ready to roll here, 2nd down and 6 as we start the second quarter. The Rams and Vikings have switched ends of the field. Rams now driving from right to left. Now, I'm not sure. That looks okay. They're on the very far left hash mark, I guess, is what has happened here.
Guess what?
And there's a handoff coming around to the short side, and he breaks a couple tackles. And that will be Dylan Richmond. As many ball carriers for the Rams here today.
Several flags on the play. One thing on this field carry is also it's a little narrower. Since it's only 80 yards long, they've also moved the sidelines in, so when you see them play not necessarily on the hash, they've kind of made an adjustment.
And like you said, yeah, the penalties will be then shorter. So we wait for the call from the officials as they conference here in the middle of the field. The first penalty of the game here as we are in the second quarter. And I believe that is too many men on the field. Isn't that what that is? And it is against the Rams. That will be a 4-yard penalty most likely. I think the actual call is illegal participation, which could be too many men on the field. It could be a variety of things.
Typically in this league, what happens if you go to huddle with more than 11 and then you have someone's come off the field, I didn't notice that happening, but that's typically what happens in this league, where for one reason or another you have too many kids in a huddle and one will run off. Or what he'll do is he'll run in, realize he's not supposed to be in the huddle, run back off, and that's what they'll call illegal participation.
That's a tough thing to happen coming right out of a timeout.
And it looks like it would be normally a 15-yard penalty, but in this league it would be a 12-yard penalty.
That's a hefty penalty. That's a drive stopper right there as we go to 2nd down and 16. Rams now for the first time really have a challenge trying to get some yards, and there is a handoff around the right side, a gain of about 2 yards for Benjamin Lowers. That'll bring up a long 3rd down.
Made the tackle a little slow getting up, trying to catch a number here. It's number 84, Austin Timms, for this first tackle of the day.
It's great to see the Vikings defense. They aren't showing any much frustration. They're really showing some extra effort, knowing that they've been out on the field there the entire game.
Yes.
And they're doing their job, and you know it's gonna pay off here. They're finally gonna get the ball back most likely, and they're gonna only be down by 6 unless big time 3rd down conversion here. There's a handoff up the middle and running and busting it outside, but a nice tackle from behind after a gain of about 4 yards and pulled down from behind the ball carrier, Dylan Richmond.
Well, Michael Reinhardt once again made another tackle. We have a 4th down. In this league, it is a free punt where the defense is allowed to bring 2 players back to stop the ball. There's no rush on the punt, and where the defense first touches the ball is where the ball is down. So it looks like the Vikings finally are going to get a chance to go on offense now.
And here is the punt. Pretty good one, actually. Bounces at the 24-yard line and finally corralled there at the 26-yard line of the Vikings. And that's where they will start off. That was Brandon Young who punted the ball there.
It looks like Michael Reinhardt was the one who stopped the ball on the, what did you say, the 26?
Yeah, it looks like the 24-yard line,
24-yard line. And look, finally, the Vikings, with 6:46 left to go in the first half, finally get a chance to show their offense. Throughout the year, the Rams have shown a very strong defense throughout the season. And it's interesting to see how the Vikings will fare against a very tough defense.
And we see an I formation here for the Vikings. And there's a handoff straight up the middle to the tailback, and he busts a couple tackles, and he is in the open, finally drugged down. But a nice play there by the Vikings to start it off.
Benjamin Lories has his first tackle of the day. That was a great run. He must have broke 4 or 5 tackles before he was brought down.
Andreas Thibodeau on the run, and let's meet Andreas and the rest of the Vikings offense.
Connor Massey, number 11, Indian Creek.
Hi, my name is Chris Morris. My number is 97, and I go to Miller Elementary.
My name is Brock. I'm 24. I go to Stinson Elementary.
I'm Danny Cantu. I go to Metro. I'm Danny Cantu. My number is 22, and I go to Metro Elementary.
My name is Malcolm Carthage. I'm number 21. I go to Gullich Elementary. My name is Taylor Ellis. My number is 8, and I go to Wyatt Elementary. My name is Michael Reinhardt. I'm number 20. I go to Aldridge Elementary.
My name is Lorenzo Thibodeau. My number is 66, and I go to Memorial Elementary.
Hi, my name is Evan Nichols, and I'm number 77. I go to Razor Elementary.
Hi, my name is Skylar. My number is 1, and I go to Razor Elementary.
Hi, my name is Andreas. My number is number 81, and my school is Memorial Elementary.
Second down and 2 on a nice first down carry there for 6 yards by Thibodeau. And there's a shotgun snap to Thibodeau. He's coming around the left side, and he's got a huge block in front of him. He busts a tackle, makes a juke move, and he's all the way down in to Ram territory at the 35-yard line. Oh, there's a huge block on that play, Barry.
That was incredible. I mean, that block was what sprung him. Got around the sidelines, on the far sidelines, and number 25 pretty much made a touchdown saving tackle by Brandon Riley.
Main defenders for the Rams, according to their coach Aaron Riley, are Jordan Grimm, the defensive end, and Brandon Riley, middle linebacker. They're going to be the real intimidators there in the Rams defense. And as you said, a very good defense. There's Thibodeau around the left side, getting up some speed, and finally knocked down after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards.
Benjamin Laurie's back on the tackle, ran the same play 2 in a row. And you know, if it works, why stop with it? Straight shot back, or a straight snap back to the running back. Takes it over the left side, and again, 6 more yards, positive play.
And going around the left side, I don't know, most teams, prefer to run to the right, and the Vikings are choosing to run left, and it's working for them right now. They're on the left side of the field, on the left hash mark right now. 3 setbacks. Looks like a direct snap to Thibodeau, and here he comes to the right side. He turns inside, cutback move, and he finally gets outside. There's a flag on the play. It looks like good enough for first down yardage, but a flag on the play, Barry.
I think we may have an incidental face mask here.
We do have a player down on the field, and the officials call timeout as we attend to him. It is a Ram. Trying to determine who it is.
And Zachary Laurie's a little slow getting up.
Now let's meet Zachary and the rest of the Rams defense.
Hi, my name is Brandon Rowley. I'm number 25 and I go to Skaggs Elementary.
Hi, I'm Spencer Noel. I am 8. I go to Miller Elementary.
Hi, my name's Jordan. I'm number 91 and I go to Sigler Elementary.
Hi, my name's Benjamin Lowers and I go to Bethany Elementary. My number is 30.
Hi, my name's Christopher Sedefsaz. I'm number 99 and I go to Saddling Elementary.
Hi, my name's John. I'm number 15 and I go to Miller Elementary.
Hi, my name's Andrea Cirilla. My number's 79 and I go to Skaggs Elementary.
Me?
Hi, my name's Dimitri and I'm homeschooled and my number's 21.
My name is Dylan Richmond. I go to Dooley Elementary, and I am number 6.
What do you do?
My name is Zachary Lowers. I'm number 4, and I go to Bethany Elementary.
Hi, I'm Taylor May. My number is 95, and I go to Houston Elementary.
Hi, my name is Brandon Young. I'm number 22, and I go to Miller Elementary.
Zach comes to the sideline. As he is attended to there. Of course, due to the official timeout, he will have to sit out at least one play, but it looks like the way he's walking around, he'll be just fine. He'll come back on the field. First down and 8 for the Vikings. 4:45 to go here in the second quarter. Vikings driving to try to tie this game here in the Texas League Super Bowl. They're down 6-0, and flags everywhere as contact on the offensive line.
Unfortunately, it looked like movement on the right side of the offensive line.
That's tough because yards are so hard to come by at this level when you're, really just power against power running, and when you lose 4 yards on a false start, that's going to make it tough for you.
Especially on a first down. I mean, it's 1st and 8. They're making momentum.
And we've already seen
It's on the defense. I didn't notice that.
It is offsides encroachment on the defense. So that changes everything. As now it's going to be 1st down and 4 for the Vikings.
The defensive must have encroached to bring the offensive right side off the ball there.
Right. If the defense makes a move that entices the offense to then move, the call can be made against the defense, and that is what happened there. 1st down and 4. 2 setbacks behind the quarterback for the Vikings, and it's a keeper straight up the middle. Running is Evan Nichols, the quarterback.
Brandon Riley makes another tackle. That's a positive play. I mean, just 2 yards. They're trying to catch the defense off guard here. A very quick quarterback sneak right up the middle, and in this league from time to time, that can be very successful.
Especially since they've been going to Andreas Thibodeau so much, they might catch him by surprise as they are watching for him to get the ball, number 81. Instead, number 77, Evan Nichols, plunges up the middle. Nichols again under center in an I formation. And he again busts up the middle, and he is drugged down after a huge hit. Forward progress will probably get him a couple yards, but boy, he was popped.
Taylor May on the tackle. Taylor is a 3rd grader from Houston Elementary. His favorite football player is a fellow Ram, Kurt Warner.
There you go. Rams liking Rams. It's funny, once you put that uniform on, you want to watch your counterparts in the NFL play every Sunday. The Vikings set up 2 setbacks. Looks like Thibodeau's going to take the direct snap. He does. He's coming left. He's going to outrun and get the corner. No, he cuts it back. Beautiful play. What a defensive play there by Benjamin Lowers.
That was a great tackle. I mean, it was one-on-one out there. Pretty much a touchdown-saving tackle. If he didn't make that tackle, Thibodeau probably had the corner and would have scored.
And that's right, because Thibodeau was looking for the corner, and he had to cut it back inside, and then he gets met with a big bear hug, and he's slung to the ground. It's one of the only times they've stopped Andreas Thibodeau today. 2:42 and the clock running here in the first half. second down and 9 for the Vikings after that loss. There's a direct snap. Thibodeau going straight up the middle. He's got speed, and he's in the open. He stretches it, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The first time he has run straight up the middle, and it pays off with a touchdown, and we are tied up here in the first half of the Texas League Super Bowl.
Kerry, looks like the defense was over pursuing a little bit. Left a great cutback lane back up the middle for the touchdown.
Fantastic blocking by that Viking offensive line. You can't say enough about offensive linemen. We're not going to call out their names very much. We're going to try, but, you know, they don't carry the ball. But, boy, it's unheralded, thankless work that they do. And look at that, because Thibodeau barely got touched. Line up for the 2-point conversion or 1 point, depending on what they choose to do. In this case, probably 1 point. They probably just want to get the lead right now. I formation behind Nichols, and there is movement on the offensive line. I think this one is going to be a false start.
That's difficult. You're on the 2-yard line to get the extra point. Now you're back at 6 yards. It's a little more difficult to get this extra point, and it is a critical extra point since the score is tied 6-6.
Vikings bring in the play. At this point, would they choose to go ahead and try to do something fancy to get 2?
They might, but I would be surprised if somehow Thibodeau doesn't get the ball in his hands. It looks like they're doing a straight snap to him again.
And there's another false start on the left side of the offensive line. A little confusion on the snap count. And now we're looking pretty desperate here as a
We're back about 12 yards now.
Yes.
Wow.
And it is a false start, illegal procedure, whatever you want to call it. And we're back to the 10-yard line. Again, of course, this is a conversion attempt. The clock is not running during all of this. And here's another direct snap to Thibodeau. He's coming around the right side. He's got pursuers behind him. He manages to turn the corner, but way too much pursuit coming over to the right, and he ends up with a gain of only 2 and a failed conversion attempt.
Once again, Taylor May with another tackle.
And good pursuit by that Rams defense. The Vikings kick off here from the 30-yard line. They go straight to an up man. He makes a fantastic catch, but is he going to stop there? What is the deal? I thought he made a good catch. And instead,
why they stopped the play was he had a 90 number. And in our league, anything over 85 pounds, anytime they recover a fumble, an interception, or even a kick, the ball is automatically stopped dead at that point.
Well, I was getting pretty excited to see Christopher Satisfaz running through Vikings on that play.
I'm sure his parents were excited also. I'm sure they haven't seen that yet this year.
That was a fantastic play, and Barry, of course, you're on top of knowing the rules. So first down and 8 at midfield. Single setback, and there's the handoff to Lowers up the middle. And he is finally drugged down as he's pulling tacklers as he does. He gets a lot of yards after contact, and that's a gain of 7 on the play.
It's a very tough run. Michael Reinhardt made the play.
Reinhardt making first contact, and then it takes gangs of tacklers to bring down sometimes for Benjamin Lowers, who is the main running back for the Rams.
We sure called Michael's name quite a few times today. This is only his first year of playing football, and he looks pretty impressive today.
He's definitely the leader of that defense, but a defense that plays great team defense where there's not really one star. And here is a keeper coming around the left side, his first carry of the game, but staying home in his zone was the defender for the Rams.
Evan Nichols made the play, and it looks like the Rams have called a timeout with just a minute and 26 left to go in the first half.
There is a timeout on the field. As we get set up, it's 3rd down and 1. An integral part of the Plano Sports Authority's football program is the support these participants receive from their parents, coaches, and fans.
I tell you, we got a great group of parents. They're very supportive. I think they got the right attitude with their kids, and it makes it a lot of fun for everybody, and they're good players.
Well, with this being my first year of coaching, I never realized football in Texas as being such an important sport for win or loss with a lot of people. And I just have to say thank you so much for all the parents of the players on my team for not putting so much pressure on their players, not putting so much pressures on the coaches that winning comes first, and that playing should be fun, and winning shouldn't be so important. And you know, after going through all this, I think our parents have been excellent. They've been very supportive, and I couldn't ask for anything more from any of the parents.
Third down and a very long one, Barry, here as we come to the close of the first half. This may be the final drive right here by either team.
Well, Aaron has two things to think about. Obviously, the first thing is to get the first down so he can get a clock stoppage while they move the chains. But the second thing, obviously, is he wants to get some more points on the board before the half ends.
Big third down and 1 for the Rams. And there's a handoff to Lowers, and he's coming around the right side. Great containment on the outside. It was a good play by the cornerback for the Vikings. Forced that play back to the inside, and that's why it didn't go for a touchdown.
As Taylor Ellis came back inside and made that play. Now the clock will stop here for a few seconds while they get the ball marked. Rams sure need to hurry and get back in the huddle and get their play called.
And the clock is started again. 1 minute 15 seconds and running. Here as the Rams rush up to the line of scrimmage. First down from the Viking 28-yard line. And there's the snap. Handoff up the middle. And driving for a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Rams have just called, I believe, is that their second timeout?
That is their second timeout. Dylan Richmond, I believe, was the ball carrier there. And he is going to bring down a second down from the 24-yard line. Again, neither team has shown a big time, well, we haven't seen a really big play, so you'd think 20 yards is pretty tough with the way these defenses are playing.
Looks to be very similar to the Nebraska offense. 4 or 5 yards in a cloud of dust. Haven't seen any breakaway plays yet, which is typically common in our league, where you'll see a 40 or 50-yard run.
Now, at this level, these two teams really did earn their way all the way to the Super Bowl. They probably have some of the better defenders in the league, and that's creating a very close game. The Rams come into this game the first seed. They are 4-3 on the season. In the only game against the Vikings, they won 7-6. They won in the last 45 seconds of the game. So between these two teams, it's very closely matched, and you can see it today as it's 6-6, even though the time of possession has been dominated by the Rams. Second down, single setback, 2 wingbacks. And here's a little reverse end around. And breaking tackles, getting around the right side, and he's into the open. He could go. He is in there for a touchdown. It is Zachary Lowers in one of his first carries of the game.
It looked like he might have stepped out at the 5-yard line. It seemed to be that they're spotting the ball over there, and that's unfortunate. One of the difficulties on playing on this 80-yard field is they have a yellow line that's very difficult to see from up here. But they have a yellow line as a temporary sideline, and these players aren't used to playing on a smaller or playing in a big field. So it looks like they have it marked at the 5-yard line over there.
That they do, and it's gonna be a little disappointing for the Rams. It looked like they were in the end zone, and instead they have called another timeout. That is their final timeout with 45 seconds to go in the first half. It will be first down and goal from the 5-yard line.
That's sure difficult because the kids are usually used to playing with white lines on fields and are used to a sideline with a white boundary, and unfortunately there's a temporary yellow boundary over there.
And what happened was Zach was running in the open, and it's only because of that yellow sideline, because he could have stayed in if he knew where it was. Then there's a handoff. Ooh, speedy up the middle running play for Dimitri Rhodes as he pounds forward, but he's drugged down at
Once
the
again,
half-yard line.
Michael Reinhardt on the tackle. They needed to hurry up here. They only had 30 seconds left. No timeouts left, I don't believe. The ball's on the 1-yard line. Looks like they may be able to get at least one more play off.
20 seconds now. 2nd down and goal at the 1-yard line. This could be huge. A defensive stop might mean the end of the half in a tie game. And here's a handoff coming around the side. He is gang tackled. 2 guys hit him, and he is knocked down at the 1-yard line, maybe a half-yard loss. And there goes the clock. Boy, what an incredible drive there and a drive stop, and maybe a Super Bowl saving defensive stand for the Vikings. We are tied 6-6 in the Texas League Super Bowl. It's halftime. Rams 6, Vikings 6.
Well, it's very important for the children, of course, because we have to, the kids, the motivation has to be there. So if we don't have the support from the parents, it usually filters down to the children, and children actually kind of bring that attitude out in the field. So, yeah, it's extremely important.
Well, I think the support it has to be there. I think that's the reason why we pulled this game out today in double overtime, the fact that the fans were on the sidelines cheering our players on.
Ready to start the second half here at Williams Stadium. I'm Kerry Lowry, along with Barry Luther. Bringing you the action here, the Texas League Super Bowl. The Vikings had won the toss at the beginning of the game and elected to defer their option to the second half, so now they will receive. The Rams have it set up at their own 30-yard line, ready to kick. And a tie ball game that looks to be a great one for the second half. Another fantastic kick, and pouncing on top of it there for the Vikings is Trevor Greenberg. That's where they will start, 1st down and 8 from their own 35-yard line. Another very good kick, and the Rams almost got that same bounce that they got the first time around.
They sure did. This time, though, the Vikings were able to cover the ball before the Rams were able to recover that kick.
And that was probably part of the plan that was talked about to the Vikings coverage team going in. They line up 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. There's a direct snap back to Thibodeau, and he runs up the middle, and he gains about 3 yards on the play. Got some good speed, but got hit by 2 Rams at the same time there to stop him.
Looks like Brandon Riley was the first one to get to the play. And that play looks very familiar, to be honest with you, Gary. Straight snap back to Thibodeau. Let him kind of run where any openings are.
Now he has run to both sides and up the middle, so they are switching it up somewhat. But with him in a direct snap formation, it's fairly obvious to the Rams who is going to get the ball. They just have to stop it. And here is a handoff up the middle to Thibodeau. And he gets about 2 yards, maybe 3, and it will bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Benjamin Lowry's on the tackle again. Benjamin
3rd down
is a
and
3rd
4.
grader from Bethany. His favorite football player is Emmett Smith. The person who's most influenced his football career is Coach Riley.
Coach Riley, Aaron Riley. Talked to him before the game. Had some nice things to say about his boys.
We have an official timeout here. Oh, the kicking tee still left on the field.
Oh, well, it's been there for 4 plays. I can't believe I hadn't noticed it by now, but that has been taken care of. See, they need one of those dogs that runs out in the middle of the field and gets the tee. We'll work on that for next year. I formation, and there's a handoff on a very slow developing play, and Thibodeau is nailed. It was very telegraphed, and the Rams read the telegraph, and they have stopped him for a gain of 1.
Brandon Riley on the play once again. Brings up an interesting 4th down call. Is he going to go for it, or is he going to punt? We'll see.
4th down, 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Clock running here in the 3rd quarter. Texas League Super Bowl. We're tied at 6. 4th down and 2 for the Vikings. They are in Ram territory, just barely at just around across midfield.
They are going
Ram
for
territory.
it.
They are, Yes, and because if it were a punt, of course, they would have that special punt formation. This is not. I formation behind Nichols. And it's a keeper up the middle for Nichols, and he is stopped. He gets about a yard of forward progress, but that's all he's going to get, and the ball goes over on downs to the Rams. Rams take over in their own territory. First down and 8 at their own 38-yard line as the sun is out here at Williams Stadium.
Well, that was an impressive stop there by the Rams. Now they have good field position. See if they can bounce back from that last second stop on the goal line right at the end of the first half.
I think the Rams defense, probably the main issue right now is the fact that they were able to start thinking about what the Vikings were going to do as they continue to run the same plays over and over. Here go the Rams, and there's a handoff up the middle. Flowers gets about 4 yards. Nice carry between the tackles.
Taylor Ellis slid across and made the tackle.
Vikings defense will be asked again to step up here as they Rams now drive again into Viking territory. They've spent most of the game in Viking territory, yet they've only come away with 6 points to show for it. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter.
You know, Kerry, it's really amazing that the Vikings have made it to the Super Bowl. They started off slow, but thanks to the coaching staff of the Vikings, they've made incredible progress this year. And every game they seem to get better and better.
In fact, the Vikings have had some losses, big point losses, but they've shook that off and they've gotten into the Super Bowl. And here is what looked like it might be some kind of reverse. Ended up, looks like Benjamin Lowers just went ahead and did the smart thing and kept the ball, but he sure did have somebody coming behind him. It looked like he might be handing it off.
Trevor Greenberg made the stop on that play.
Brings up a big third down, and again the Vikings defense is rising to the task here as we get to 3rd down and 4, and the Rams have really yet to break a big play. They've just been able to drive the ball methodically down the field in almost all of their drives. And here's a handoff up the middle and stopped. Well, he's still got some forward progress, but he is finally slung for a loss. That's Dylan Richmond on the carry.
And Michael Reinhardt once again.
Reinhardt hit him really hard there because he had the head of steam going, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 2.
Another important decision, Kerry. I think Coach Riley is probably going to go for it, though.
Now, if you're in, as a coach yourself, if you're in the opponent's territory, you pretty much need to be going for it. Is that?
It's mostly automatic. It's pretty much automatic, yes.
Here we go. Big 4th down in the Super Bowl. 3rd quarter. Here's a little confusion. Handoff to Lowers, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Finally stretching forward, and he's busting tackles. He's got a 1st down yardage down to the 21-yard line, or make that the 31-yard line of the Vikings. 4th down conversion. Big play for the Rams.
Wow, the Vikings had him stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It looked like 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And he just broke a few tackles and got back outside. Incredible run.
Benjamin Lowers definitely getting most of the carries for the Rams. He is their feature back. But that offensive line of the Rams is really doing a job too. Wishbone formation behind the quarterback. 1st down and 8, and there is a handoff up the middle, and he's going to twist around for about a 4-yard gain on the play.
Skylar Purcell on the tackle. The player looks like to be a little slow getting up.
And he hops up.
Looks to be like it's getting a little muddy down there.
Keep in mind, it has rained off and on the past couple days, and no really hard rain, but enough to make things damp. There's a towel on the field at all times to make sure the ball is dry. The referees are trying to make sure of that, and it seems to have paid off. Not many fumbles or anything. Nice cutback move, but finally drug down is Dylan Richmond. Good pursuit by the Vikings defense, stringing it outside.
Trevor Greenberg made the tackle. Their running back made a great move back there. Evan Nichols had him about 2 yards back behind the line of scrimmage and made a good move to escape the tackle.
3rd down and 4.
Once again, we haven't seen any breakaway plays other than the one where the running back stepped out of bounds on the long breakaway. Be interesting to see what's called here.
Very big wide side of the field over to the right. Will they go there? I don't know. Minute 50 to go in the 3rd quarter in this very important drive. And there's a fumble on the play and pouncing on it to the Vikings. Greenberg with the recovery.
Looks like it was just a miss handoff in the backfield. Quarterback thought the running back was going to be a different place. Ball just happened to fall on the ground.
And the Vikings, I don't know if it's their strategy, but they're not allowing the big play. And you know what? The more handoffs and the more plays you make the offense make, you know, the more chance that they will make a mistake. And it finally paid off for the Vikings as they take over at their own 29-yard line. 1st down and 8, minute 43 to go here in a tie ball game of the Texas League Super Bowl.
You know, in this league, that's not uncommon. If you can make, or on defense, not to break, and you run a lot of 2- and 3-yard plays, there will be mistakes, and you'll have an opportunity to recover some fumbles.
I formation. Handoff. Nichols hands it off to Thibodeau, and he is gang tackled after a 2-yard gain.
It's not easy to pick out a single player on the tackle there. I counted 6 or 7 who made the tackle.
And I think that the Rams defense, I don't want to say they figured out the Vikings, but I think their coaching staff has told them, hey, this is what's going to happen. There's a quick snap, flings it outside, it's Thibodeau, and he's strung out and thrown out of bounds. It looks like he's just barely short of a 1st down, but a little quick snap there.
That was a new wrinkle. What they did is they had the whole team line up to the right of the ball. It was a very quick snap and a flip out to Thibodeau, trying to catch the Rams off guard. It was an interesting wrinkle. It was very successful.
And that's a 1st down. That is a nice play by the Rams defense, though, to allow it to get way out of hand. I mean, it was just a 1st down carry and not like a 30 or 40-yard gain. But it also shows that the Vikings coaching staff realized that the Rams were keying on what they were doing, and they needed to change something up, and it pays off.
Well, one of the strengths of the Rams all year, and watching quite a few of their games this year, has been their defense. It's been very difficult for most teams to score a lot of points against them, and obviously it's difficult for the Vikings today too. We'll see if they're successful on this series.
They're in the direct snap formation. And there it is, running around to the right side, stringing it out. He's spun and dropped after a gain of 2 yards.
Jordan Grimm made his 1st tackle today. Jordan is a 3rd grader from Sigler. Again, his favorite football player was Kurt Warner.
Jordan Grimm, one of the top defensive players, according to Coach Aaron Riley of the Rams, says Jordan really is the one that forces things on the inside. We might not call him for tackles very often, but he forces the teams to run right into their linebackers, and that's what makes a good defense. Timeout on the field. The Vikings call it with 41 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. We're tied in the Texas League Super Bowl. Vikings ready to go. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. They're right around midfield. Here's the direct snap to Thibodeau. He's going to take it up the middle, but no, the play is called dead.
Looks like they had a little legal motion in the backfield, possibly. You know, Kerry, it'd be interesting to see if that timeout, if they're going to need that towards the end of the game. It's kind of 2 schools of thought. Sometimes when you have a long drive, it's good to call a timeout and kind of focus the troops there. And that's probably what Coach Greenberg decided to do. Let's get some focus and let's make this a good, positive drive.
But it's really tough. You hate to see you call a timeout, get your troops together, and the first thing that happens is a mental error, and you lose 4 yards on a penalty right coming out of a timeout. It happened to the Rams earlier.
Sure did.
Now it happens to the Vikings.
Very difficult to come right out of a timeout and get a penalty and set yourself back.
2nd down and 10. This is big. Again, shotgun formation. Thibodeau. There's the snap. A little handoff. Running backwards. He's got some room, though, running outside, and he is thrown down for a huge loss. Was that Michael Reinhardt running there, and he gets spun out for a loss of about 12 yards.
Well, one thing in this league that you'll learn is you have to continue to run straight up the field. Anytime you stop and turn around, there's a lot of speed in this league, and the Rams defense caught the guy behind the line of scrimmage. It's very difficult to stop and come back around to the opposite side of the field. Looked to me like they were trying to run something special in the backfield where they had Thibodeau hand the ball off. I couldn't quite see what their plan was.
Well, their plan now is a 3rd and 24 on the other side. When we come back, it's tied here in the Texas League Super Bowl. We're back at Williams Stadium. I'm Kerry Lowry here along with Barry Luther, and we're bringing you the action here in the Texas League Super Bowl. Barry, on the signs outside this stadium, it says no dogs allowed, and that is exactly the case right now. No dog teams allowed here in the Super Bowl, both fighting Rams and Vikings 6-6 as we start the 4th quarter.
Well, we have a very competitive game here. It's tied. I think we may have the makings of an overtime game here, possibly.
3rd down and 23 is the official count as the teams have switched ends of the field. Again, the sun peeks out of the clouds as it is mostly cloudy today with a 70% chance of rain, but not in this game. Nobody's thinking about weather right now, and there is a possible false start as flags go down.
I see the coaches of the Vikings shaking their heads back there. They're getting some frustration over there. That's several penalties we've had here, plus that long loss on that run. They have to be thinking now, let's get some positive yards so we can get a good punt out.
Now, that is exactly the point I was going to bring up. It's not about the first down anymore. It's more about just recap some of this yardage so that you can win the field position battle. As the Rams have shown that they can drive the length of the field, and you do not want to give them a short field in this case. And right now, it looks like they're going to have a short field any way it happens. There's a snap to Thibodeau. He is in jail behind the line of scrimmage and drugged down for a no gain, maybe even a loss.
Saeed Juma made the tackle there. And now, as we said, it's 4th and a long ways to go. Obviously, they're going to have to punt here. Hopefully, for the Vikings, they could get a very good punt and try to move the Rams back. Again, it is a free punt where none of the players run downfield. The only people on this play are moving is actually the punter and the 2 deep backs are going to try to catch and stop the ball.
Michael Reinhardt with the kick. It is a nice one. And it finally rolls all the way down near midfield. That's actually a very good punt. Good hang time, and then he got a roll out of it. And the Rams will start at around midfield instead of back about the 20-yard line, which is where the punt would have been. So 7:39 to go as we change possession here. The Rams, the favored team coming in here, have dominated time of possession, have played better defense, but the Vikings got that one drive and then got that play, the touchdown play to tie the game. The Rams drove at the end of the first half, but ran out of time and timeouts, and that's why we are tied. There's a handoff up the middle, the grinding Ram football, and that's a gain of about maybe 1 on the play. The ball carrier was Dylan Richmond.
Brock Bennett made a tackle there. This is a very important drive with the time running out on the 4th quarter. It's very crucial for the Vikings to make a stop here. And also, the Rams are thinking, hey, this is our last opportunity to score some points.
This may be the drive. This may do it right here because we've seen the drives at this level take a long time.
That's correct.
The Rams ate the entire first quarter up. In fact, all but 28 seconds of it, and they look to do the same thing right here. There's a fumble behind the line of scrimmage. It is dropped, and I believe player.
We also have a flag on the play. I'm not sure if we had an illegal motion or somebody lined up off sides, but this lineman on this side over here has obviously spotted something. Oh, looks like it's against the defense. lined up offsides on the defense.
And penalty starting to mount up on the Vikings.
Boy, that hurts.
That's a tough one because they had fumbled the play and it was going to be caught for a loss. And it would have brought up a long third down. Instead, we have second and short. Second down and a long 2 right now for the Rams. 2 setbacks. There's a handoff to the up back, and he is breaking tackles, surging forward. It looks like he has first down yardage. Brandon Riley, the fullback.
Michael Reinhardt once again with the tackle. He's played a heck of a defensive game so far today.
It is a first down for the Rams at the 29-yard line of the Vikings. Driving, and the clock will be running with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the Texas League Super Bowl. Rams running a straightforward offense. No trick plays. Their coach told us, I don't have trick plays. I just run it straight. Here's a handoff coming around the left side. It's Dimitri Rhodes. He busts a tackle, busts another one, and he's finally drugged down, and it looks like a possible face mask, but it is not called. One way or another, it is a gain of 8 on the play.
Well, we've called Thibodeau's name quite a few times on the offense. It's one of the first times we've called him on the defense. That was a great tackle, another touchdown-saving tackle. The Vikings are going to have to come up with something here pretty quick to see if they can stop this mighty Rams offense. You mentioned earlier that they pretty much run it straight. Well, there's something to be said for keeping it simple. Keep it simple and do it correctly.
That's right, fundamentals. There's no point in tricking it up if you can just run it right down the other team's throat, and that's what the Rams are trying to do against a very good Vikings defense. Wishbone formation, handoff to Riley straight up the middle, and that seems to be their key first down getting play. And it looks like they might have another one here, and they do. First down for the Rams, 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go as the clock stops while they move the chains.
Trevor Greenberg made the tackle on that play. There's several other Vikings that also made the tackle. And now we have a first down on the 20-yard line going in. Once again, I'm going to continue to say this. I mean, the Vikings are going to have to come up with something here.
Again, that bend but don't break defense by the Vikings doing a fine job, but this time they're going to have to step up and force a turnover or a stop of some sort. Maybe a penalty will turn this game around. There is a handoff up the middle and stopped after a gain of 3 as the Vikings try to strip the ball, and finally going down is Dylan Richmond.
2 people there on the tackle, Skylar Purcell and Taylor Ellis. It also looked like probably it was coached. They were trying to strip the ball, which is, late in the game, it's a good idea.
The ball carrier remains on the field. And it wasn't Dylan Richmond, it was Benjamin Lowers, and he has been the key runner today for the Rams as he comes off the field, replaced by Dimitri Rhodes, the little scat back for the Rams.
I would be surprised if he's not back in the very next play.
Oh, he will be. He has been the main offensive weapon. Now coming off the field is Dimitri Rhodes. Now going back on the field is Dimitri Rhodes.
Looks to be some confusion in the middle of the Rams offense about deciding who should be in there, who not.
Much confusion. They break the huddle. They don't break the huddle. Now there's
legal
a flag. It
substitution.
looks like
legal substitution. We
what
saw
it
that,
is?
or legal participation. They had 12 kids go into the huddle, and then one of the ones who came into the huddle went back out of the huddle. And we saw that earlier in the game, so we have an illegal participation call.
And what did we just say a minute ago? The Vikings would have to step up, or a penalty could stop this drive, and that is exactly what has happened. Now that penalty has been followed by a timeout by the Rams, their first of the second half, I believe.
I don't know, Kerry, if you notice that, but if you look at in the huddle, what the Rams coach does is a lot of times for the kids at this age, he'll diagram plays. And currently right now, all the Rams in there are looking at a piece of paper that is a play that is diagrammed. So they're describing, they're sitting there discussing what do they need to do, what kind of blocks and tackles they need to make.
And it's a good thing to get them refocused because with the illegal participation and all the confusion on calling that play, it's kind of like a timeout in basketball in a way. You gather the troops and you say, hey, let's get back on the same page. This is a big drive. This is a Super Bowl. You're finished until Christmas. in just a little while, so let's go ahead and get this one right. 2nd down and 6, 4 minutes, 47 seconds to go, as the Rams now are ready to go. Benjamin Lowers, by the way, is back in the game. And here is a handoff up the middle to Dylan Richmond, and he has forward progress stopped before he spins away. But
boy, that was a quick whistle there. Looked like he almost broke it and made it around the other side.
That is a gain of virtually nothing there, but
Trevor Greenberg made the tackle there. Mentioning the bringing in the paper with the plays, a lot of times you'll see through the year that they'll bring them in the huddle, and you'll see the quarterback put the piece of paper in the front of his pants just to dispose of it, and then go on with their play. It's a pretty ingenious idea, actually.
3rd down and 7, clock running, 4:06 to go. Brandon Young under center, hands it off to Lowers, not to Lowers, yes it is Lowers, and he gets popped. He got
Austin
ahead of
Timms
Steve,
made the
but he was
tackle.
popped.
Now here's probably one of the biggest plays in the game. We have a 4th and about 6. With only about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. As you see, the piece of paper was brought in. Number 22 is showing his teammates, Brandon Young is showing his teammates what play they're going to run here.
The quarterback, Brandon Young. As you said, he brings in that play. This could be a special one. I mean, you don't have anything to hold back here on 4th down. There's a handoff straight up the middle to Riley. He's trying to drag tacklers, but he doesn't get anywhere, and that very well.
Trevor Greenberg made the stop, and that was a huge 4th down play. So now we have the possessions change again. Wow.
A little bit of confusion stops that Rams offense, and the Vikings tighten up. Vikings defense tightens up there. They get that turnover on downs that they were looking for, and now the Vikings will take over with 3:04 to go in this game. And you had said earlier in the quarter that this looked a lot like overtime.
I believe they still have 2 timeouts left.
They do have 2 timeouts left. Now, we'll talk about the possibilities and what happens in overtime after this play. And here is another shotgun snap to Thibodeau. He runs backwards before he runs forwards, and that might cost him. And there's a gang tackle behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 now.
Several players made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. You know, again, unless the Vikings can break loose here, we're going to talk about this for a little while. We will have an overtime.
Clock running, 2:36 to go. 2nd down and 9. Taylor May was the tackler on that last play, along with a group of his friends.
One of the things the Vikings have to keep in mind is to be very costly to make a mistake down here at their own end of the field. So it'll be important for them to get some progress and not make any mistakes and probably run out the rest of the clock.
I formation. Here's a handoff coming around the right side. A little misdirection, and he's out in the open. Open field tackle made. Nice play, but Malcolm Cartledge gets his first carry of the game.
Dylan Richmond made a touchdown saving tackle there. Boy, he was almost gone.
He was. That was the first carry there for Malcolm Cartledge, and they really crossed it up there, and he's got some really good speed coming around the right side, and the defense was all following Thibodeau around to the left side.
Well, Coach Greenberg here, I got to think, I want to get this 1st down here, and let's go ahead and let's just take our chance in the overtime period.
1 minute and 30 seconds to go here in the game. Again, now here's movement. That one looks like it's on the Rams. In fact, the initial signal by the official does show Rams, and there is the mark off. That's going to result in a 1st down. That's really not so important at this point. Well, yeah, I guess it is, because they wouldn't want a 4th down play in their own territory. Now they have eliminated that possibility.
Yeah, now they have a 1st down, 1:26. They still have 2 timeouts. Again, he's going to have to make a decision. Do I just run the clock out, let's go to overtime, or let's try something special to see if we can get a quick score?
like another direct snap to Thibodeau. Double wing back set. There it is. He's going straight up the middle. There is a flag, as looks like probably a dead ball foul here. And it is illegal procedure on the Vikings. So that'll set them back. It'll be first down and 12. Now, in overtime, what happens, Barry?
What happens is we will go to an alternating series of possessions where each team, I believe, get the ball on, I think, the 10-yard line. I'm not sure. We'll see. They'll have 4 downs to score. The other team will also get 4 downs to score. They'll both play at the same end zone. If the score is still tied after that alternating series, we'll continue on until there is a champion.
Single setback now. Thibodeau is lined up out wide. There's a pass.
I think we have another legal motion.
And that is a shame. We were about to see some fancy fancy play calling there by the Vikings, and instead we will continue to move back. Now this overtime, now Barry, you're kind of well versed in the overtime. You were in a double overtime last week.
Unfortunately, we were, yes.
I was told not to bring that up, but I'm going to anyway. And it is in offsides on the offense. That's the call.
And actually, the Rams were also involved in an overtime game last week. I believe they had a quadruple overtime game against, I believe, the Cowboys.
So if there is any experience to be gained from being in overtimes, the Rams would have that advantage. Here's the shotgun formation with Andreas Thibodeau. There's a late snap.
Movement on the offense again.
The Vikings, I would venture to say that's at least 8 penalties on them for in excess of 40 yards.
They may be better off for just downing the ball here. I think very close to their own end zone. You may just want to kneel on it and just let the time run out.
Right, maybe just the quarterback would just take it and just plunge right up the middle. Do not take the
clock
snap.
is running. Actually, I think they're just going to let the time run out. 6 seconds left.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. As the teams will get ready for overtime, we might have a very small break here. We'll take it with them. We are tied in the Texas League Super Bowl here on Super Bowl Saturday for PSA. It's 6-6. Overtime next.
It's very important that we receive support from the parents. It's a big commitment bringing your kids out here for 10 weeks. There's a lot of practices to come to and to come to the games, and we appreciate all their positive comments and supporting the team during the game.
Well, without the parents and the dedication to getting the kids to practice and getting to the games on time, it would be a situation where it would be intolerable. It really wouldn't work. So they have as much work as anybody else. They're as important as ever as the kid himself, and we got a bunch of great young people here, and reflects their parents.
The support we receive from them is vital to the team's success. We received a big commitment from them, to bring them out twice a week to practice. It's tough on them, get off work and get kids straight over there. But without that, we wouldn't have a team. So we appreciate all that they do.
Well, this is Kerry Lowry along with Barry Luther, and Barry,
I know,
they're getting ready for the coin toss here. And that is something that's going to happen in overtime. And what's the basic strategy here for overtime coin toss?
Well, Kerry, the visitor gets to call the coin toss again, as they did to start the game. Most times, what the visitors do, or whoever wins the coin toss, typically likes to go on defense first.
There's the call. The Rams look to have won the toss. They are electing right now.
Whoever wins the toss, the other side will determine or decide which end of the field they would like to play on.
And that looks like what has happened here. The Rams looks like they have chosen to go on defense, and now the Vikings have chosen the end of the field, and it looks to be the left end of the field, which I wish I knew. I think that's the north end, and that Of course, both teams will be driving toward the north end.
That's correct.
End zone.
They'll use that end zone for the entire overtime period.
And the grass is a lot nicer down there, so.
Yes, that is true.
The teams start to shift their focus onto that north end zone. At the end of that half, we had some interesting strategy there. The Rams had some timeouts they left on the table.
Well, the thing is I believe the Vikings had a first down there, and some of the schools of thought, or you could think about that, the Rams had some extra timeouts left at the end of the half, and sometimes you may want to use those and try to get a chance to get the ball down there at the end of the game. But with the penalties that the Vikings continued to have towards the end, I don't know if it really made any difference or not.
Again, the Vikings, the Cinderella story here in the Texas League. Really bad start, including, I believe they even lost a game 35-0. Usually not something that's on a resume for a Super Bowl team, but that shows how they have come back. And you see their coaches there, probably the coaches and players have really focused and gotten it together for the second half of the season. And look at them, now they're in the Super Bowl. Here they are in overtime against a heavily favored Rams team. Not heavily favored, but somewhat favored Rams team. And they have a chance to put some points on the board and really pressure the Rams.
Well, the Vikings had to start off against playing against some teams that had returning players from last year and returning teams from last year. Since the Vikings are a brand new team, it was quite difficult for them to start off the beginning of the year. But what they did is that gave them some experience later in the season, and it sure paid off to get them to the Super Bowl. You know, they're just an overtime away from the championship.
And here we go, Super Bowl overtime. Does it get any better than this? Here's a handoff straight up the middle to Thibodeau, coming out the right, open field tackle. Oh, what a stop there by the Rams.
Benjamin Lawrence made the tackle again. Now, keep in mind, they have 4 downs to go in and score. You can actually get a first down without getting in the end zone, I believe.
So second down and 7. Now, did they start at the 10 or did
they started at the 10-yard line. Why they don't have the yard markers up, I don't know, because in this league, it's 8 yards to a first down.
Yeah, that's a little confusing, but we'll have to assume it's second down and goal here, actually.
Yeah, which is incorrect if they don't have those yard markers up.
And there's a handoff coming around the right side, that same misdirection. There is a flag on the play. That misdirection play to Malcolm Carthage, but a flag on the play, that is a dead play. The Rams were wise to that little misdirection this time.
Kind of looks like he's looking at that maybe on the defense. I'm not sure. Let's see what we have here.
And here comes the call. Looks like they're asking the Rams coaches.
That's correct. They're asking them if they want the penalty or not.
So that means it is on the Vikings.
But since there was a big loss here, typically you'll decline that and take the down.
It is procedure. Decline, just like you said.
Now we have a third down at the 10-yard line.
Remember, the Rams at the end of the first half broke a big play down the right sideline, coming towards the same end zone. Young man was out in the open, and he stepped on the sideline at the 5-yard line. Then time ran out on the Rams at the 1-yard line, and that's pretty much why we're here right now. Here's a snap, and Thibodeau coming out right side. He's got a good blocker out there, and he strings it out wide and finally drug out of bounds at the 4-yard line, but that's going to make a manageable 4th down play there.
Zachary Lares made the tackle, and that was a touchdown-saving play, possibly a game-saving play. Keep in mind, the Rams will still have an opportunity to go on offense after this series.
Michael Reinhadt with a fantastic block out in front for Thibodeau, sprung him for that next few yards, and like you said, that Zachary makes a fine play just to keep
we have a critical
game.
4th down play here.
Now remember, just because the Vikings do not score here does not, all it means is the Rams can score and win. Do we have field goals at this level?
No, we do not. We do not.
So that is not an option. It's going to
so
be up to the Rams.
They have to score here,
no
or they have to prevent
happens.
the Rams from scoring. Yes.
Here we go. We're going to have a direct snap to Thibodeau. There it is. He's coming around the short side. Big time pursuit. Cuts it towards the end zone. He is dropped at the 1-yard line. No good. And the ball will go over to the Rams, and they will start at the 10-yard line. Fantastic defensive stand there by the Rams.
As we stated, the game's not over yet. Now the Rams get to go on offense, and it's going to be the Vikings' challenge to keep them out of the end zone. The ball will be moved back to the same point.
Again, the sun comes out from behind the clouds. Is that a sign for the Rams?
It could be. Actually, what they're doing, instead of starting at the 10-yard line, they're actually starting at the 8-yard line. So that's why there was not a first down ability without scoring.
So here we go, first down and 8. The same opportunity that the Vikings had. The Vikings come up a half-yard short. Rams with a chance to drive and win the Texas League Super Bowl. The Vikings would not get a chance to counter if the Rams can score here. Single setback. Actually, 2 running backs. Lowers and Riley. Here's Lowers coming around right side. He's got a little head of steam, gets 2 yards. Bring it up second down and goal at the 6-yard line. Make that the 7.
A gang of Vikings made the tackle there. It looks like primarily it's made by Trevor Greenberg.
The Vikings defense, if there is a story in this game, it is the Vikings defense. If you were going to look at the stat sheet, you would say, boy, those Vikings defense, well, they weren't that great. But
well, if you look at the football term, bend but don't break, I think you would put the picture of the Vikings next to that term.
That is exactly right. They have done it all game. Can they do it again here? 2 running backs behind the quarterback. There is a little confusion and flags on the play. It looks like the left guard took off a little early for the Rams, and that will be a big penalty on the Rams.
Wow, that's a killer penalty down here in this area. Anytime you have a penalty on offense, especially today by the way the ball's been moving on 2 and 3 yards of play, it's just a killer.
In fact, how many plays have we had in this game total, and how many have gone for double-digit yardage? I can't count, but maybe 2 plays have gone for over 10 yards out of all the plays that we've been running. This is hard-nosed Super Bowl football here in the Texas League.
So instead of second and goal from the 7, they're now second and goal from 11. That's a big difference here.
Remember, they still have 3 plays to get it. You don't have to get all the yardage here at once. And here's a handoff coming around the side. It's Dimitri Rhodes, and he will gain 2 as the speedy back for the Rams.
Evan Nichols made the stop there. So now we're at 3rd and 9. 3rd and goal from the 9.
If the Rams have any, we were told they have no trick plays.
Well,
I'm sure everybody has at least one pass play in their little.
I would be surprised not to see something different here.
And here is an odd formation. Benjamin Lowers is out wide right. Here is a possible play. Here is a handoff coming around the side, and he gets 2 yards, maybe 3, and that was a little bit different look for a formation. The cornerback had to respect the fact that Benjamin Lowers was out there, and instead that made a little room for Dylan Richmond to run the ball.
Austin Timpson made a good job of coming back inside and made that tackle. It's easy to say it from up here, but I think if the running back would have bounced it out around a little wider outside, he had his wide receiver to set up the block for him. He could have possibly scored. But here's a big play here, 4th and 7. Again, if they don't score, we repeat this whole process over again.
And they're set. 2 running backs. 1 wing back right. Here's a handoff to Lowers. He's coming around the right side, and he's strung out and knocked out of bounds.
Thibodeau knocked him out of bounds, and as we said, here we go again. Now the Vikings, again, will flip-flop. The Vikings will get the ball now, and we'll do this whole thing over again.
So,
as I said last week, the Rams went into 4 overtimes. We may be sitting here, again, 4 more overtimes.
And it's no surprise, based on what we saw the entire game defensively, that these teams are able to stop each other for an 8-yard period, because the 8-yard play has been hard to come by.
You know, unfortunately, this game is so close, it's probably going to come down to a missed tackle. a missed tackle or a mistake that's going to give one of them the championship.
And the most important thing probably for either offense is to make sure that you don't lose yardage by way of getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage or by penalty.
Or by penalties.
A penalty almost just kind of ends your drive at this point based on the way the defenses have been playing.
You know, if you look back at that last series, what did they get stopped on the 3-yard line? And they had an offsides, that 4-yard penalty there probably cost them a touchdown there, possibly. I don't know. We'll see.
And the Vikings are fired up right now. We'll see if this translates to some offensive pressure. The crowd on their feet everybody's on their feet here, as a matter of fact.
It's very tense down there in the stands. Everybody's standing up and looking.
This game is approaching 2 hours in length total. And here is Thibodeau in the I formation. There's a snap. They're coming around the right side, and there's a flag on the play. And spilled after a small gain is Evan Nichols, the quarterback, on the keeper.
Taylor May made the tackle. Looked like they faked the handoff, had a little bootleg coming back to the opposite side of the field. I didn't see what the flag would be, but we'll see.
Flag lays at the 10-yard line, and here comes the official call, and it is offsides on the Rams. That is huge. Now that would be on first down. That's half the distance, one way or another.
That's right. So it'd be 1st and goal at the 4 now.
Oh, this is big. Now remember, if the Vikings scored, the game is not over. The Rams will get an opportunity. It's very much like baseball at this point, in that it's a top of the inning, bottom of the inning type arrangement. The Vikings can score, and the Rams will get a chance to counter. This is the college football system of overtime, except they start from the 8-yard line instead of the 25.
Well, it looks like we're going to get this, well, quarterback under the center this time.
And there's a snap and a keeper straight up the middle, and he's dropped after a gain of 2. Not a bad play on first down. Go ahead and start inching towards. No point in running a sweep and getting caught for a 5-yard loss.
You do that 3 times in a row, they score.
That's right.
Let's see if the Rams can hold them out of that.
Boy, the Vikings sideline is fired up. They know how close they are right now, and the pressure put on the Rams with a Vikings touchdown would be huge at this point. We have 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. The Vikings sprint to the line. Evan Nichols under center. Thibodeau, and there's a fumble on the snap, and he covers it up immediately. However, that's going to result in a loss of about a half of a yard.
Boy, that could have been disastrous there.
Third
Luckily,
down.
they didn't lose too much yardage on that fumbled snap. We have another penalty.
And here comes the official call.
It's on the Vikings.
Penalty.
They're asking the Rams coaches if they want the penalty or not. And they're going to take it.
And there is all of the momentum that they had at 1st and goal at the 4 has been erased in one penalty. We go now 2nd and goal from the 7.5-yard line.
Kind of takes away the strategy of the quarterback sneak now. I would bet we see Mr. Thibodeau around the right or left side here.
And here we go with the direct snap, shotgun snap to Thibodeau. He's coming around right. Big time pursuit, but he outruns his pursuit and smashes down to the 4-yard line with his offensive, or with his forward motion. Gets down to the 4 before he is knocked backwards.
Jordan Grimm was trying to get him in the backfield there, but it was very, Thibodeau snuck by him.
I tell you what, if he would have run straight up the middle, Jordan Grimm would have put an end to that play immediately, because he anticipated that snap count very, very well.
So we're down to 3rd and 4 on the 4 again. We'll see what happens. Again, I would be surprised if Mr. Thibodeau doesn't get the ball.
Nickel. And there's another fumble on the snap, and boy, Jordan Grimm just plows the quarterback, Evan Nichols, as soon as that ball was snapped right after the fumble, and they're saying that the Vikings still remain with possession. could have gone either way at that point, but
Sure
one way or another, it's 4th down and 4.
What I've noticed is the Rams have moved some of their bigger guys right over the center. And it looks like they're kind of shooting the gaps, which have presented some difficulties for the center quarterback exchange.
Go again, 4th down. The quarterback brings in the play from the sideline. 4th down and 4. Again, if they do not score, the Rams, well, no matter what, the Rams are going to start from the 8-yard line after this play. There's a direct snap to Thibodeau. He's going to come out left side. He's running backwards, and he's going to be strung out, and he is in jail, cuts it back, but boy, it's just a gang of Rams ready to meet him, and he ends up losing 5 yards on the play, but that will end their attempt to score here in the second overtime. The Rams will now get an opportunity. We are tied at 6 here in the Texas League Super Bowl.
It's very difficult in this league. Again, we talked earlier, once you start running backwards, there's enough speed in this league, it's very difficult to get positive yards.
Even with the speed and power that Andres Thibodeau has exhibited today, the Rams defense has been up to the task to stop him. Now it is up to the Rams offense. Try to put something together. Wishbone formation. Handoff to Riley, the up back, and he plunges forward for a gain of 3. They have gotten positive yardage every time they have run the play to Brandon Riley.
Greenberg on the tackle again. So now we have a 2nd and 5 on the 5. You know, again, the Rams just keeping it simple. Right up the middle right, right up the middle left. Let's see what they do here.
Rams sprint to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 5. There's the snap, the handoff to Lowers. He's going around right tackle, and he gets 2 yards. Barry, they're in position now.
They're
3rd down
close.
and goal at the 3.
Very close. A group of Vikings made the tackle here, but, you know, they did the same thing. They went off the right tackle that time. Let's see what they come back with here.
If I'm them, I'm power. Power running the ball up the middle. They just brought in Dimitri Rhodes, the scat back. He has just brought in the play, but I would be very surprised if I saw him on one of those counter sweeps at this point. Wishbone formation. I'm going to think Riley right up the middle. Here's the snap. There's Riley up the middle. He plunges into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. And the Rams are the Texas League Super Bowl champions. 12-6, the final score. The Rams dominated time of possession the entire game. They dominated the offensive stat sheet. The Vikings bend but not break defense. Took them all the way to second overtime before the Rams finally plunge into the end zone for a touchdown. The Rams are your Texas League Super Bowl champions. The Vikings have a fantastic season and nothing to be ashamed of. We'll be right back with a presentation of the trophies.
My name is Mike Marshall. I'm the Texas League coordinator. Let's give both these teams one more round of applause for a fine season. And I have Alan Greenberg, the head coach of the Vikings, call his players up one by one and hand them the runner-up trophies.
Okay, well anyways, I'd like to have hats off to the Rams. They played a really great game, and they deserve to be champions. And I also want to say that I'm so proud of our team because we came a long ways this year, and I just can't tell you how proud I am of every one of them. All right, our first one is Taylor Ellis. All right. Next one is Danny Cantu. Next player is Austin Timms. Next player is Joe. Next player is Evan Nichols. Malcolm Carthledge. Lorenzo Thibodeau. Jacob Wilson. Andreas Thibodeau. Skylar Purcell. Michael Reinhardt. Chris Morris. Trevor Greenberg. Connor Massey. And Brock Bennett.
Now the head coach of the Rams, Aaron Riley.
First I want to say congratulations to the Vikings. You guys did a great job. Okay, first player, Zachary Lowers. Dylan Richmond. Zachary Zier. Saji Joma. Kyle Levy. John Tyser. Dimitri Rhodes. Brandon Young. Brandon Riley. Benjamin Lowers. Dalton Algam. Andres Soria. Spencer Newell. Jordan Grimm. Taylor May. And Christopher Satisfies.
This video was produced exclusively for Plano Sports Authority by RBT Productions. It is intended for private use only and may not be copied or retransmitted without the expressed written consent of RBT Productions. This is Kerry Lowry along with Barry Luther thanking you for watching, and we hope to see you next year for the Plano Sports Authority's 2002 Super Bowl.